Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we got some fresh news from AMD. New graphics card in Radeon RX 9000 lineup, the Radeon RX 9060. And Asus just updated their RX 9070 Prime graphics card, but the specs kinda same. So let's break it down. Before that, make sure to subscribe. I upload daily GPU news, leaks as soon as it's out. So here's what we know so far about 9060. The RX 9060 based on the same Navi 44 GPU as the RX 9060 XT. It comes with a 28 compute unit compared to the 32 on the XT model. It still has the 8GB of GDDR6 VRAM on the 128-bit bus. Oh man, another 8GB. Clock speed slightly lower, 2400 MHz game clock, 2990 MHz boost clock, which is around 130 to 140 MHz lower than the XT version. Memory is running at 18 Gbps instead of 20 Gbps, which reduced bandwidth to about 288 GB per second, around 10% less than XT version. Performance-wise, AMD estimate this card will reach around 22.4 teraflops, roughly 12.5% lower than the RX 9060 XT. The RX 9060 XT being a default TDP of 150 watt, and we can expect anywhere from 130 to 140 watt for the non-XT card. But here's the big catch. The RX 9060 will not be sold at retail. Yes, you heard it right. You can only get it in pre-built system from the select system integrator. Nobody can buy it, come on. In simple terms, it's not gonna be a competitor of 5060 obviously. Now, RX 9060 XT card is currently going around $250 to $300 depending on the board partner and retail. A cheaper RX 9060 would have been a great option for budget builders, especially for 1080p gaming. But since this is a system integrated only, there is no official MSRP, no retailer sales, and basically no direct upgrade path for people who want to just buy the card. Honestly, this feels like unnecessary release, especially since it's nearly identical to the 9060 XT. You should just use 9060 XT in that pre-build. I don't know what AMD doing. The only real difference is slightly lower clock speed and fewer computer units, which probably won't translate into a massive real-world performance gap. What's more frustrating is the system integrate only availability. A lot of gamers, especially budget builders, could have benefit from this card as a cheaper retail option. But instead, AMD is locking it behind pre-built PCs, which is really limits its appeal. And we have another upgrade from AMD, or I say AMD's board partner. Asus just updated their RX 9070 premium graphics card, but the specs are exactly the same, just a little bit change in the design. In this video, nothing is changed, just it has changed. Get the joke? No? Okay, let's get into it. Asus just launched the Prime Evo version of RX 9070. Newer version doesn't mean more performance. This card is still running the same RX 9070 GPU Navi 48 with 3584 cores, 60GB of GDDR6 at 20 Gbps. The same boost clock as before. For the OC version, you are looking at the game clock around 2140 MHz and boost clock around 2160 MHz. The standard version is still stick with the 2120 MHz game and 2590 MHz boost clock. So what's actually new? Mostly the design change. The PCB is slightly narrower, which moved the dual 8-pin connector a bit further into the cooler area. The backplate has also screw holes shifted around. The Prime logo has been moved to the side. Even IO bracket has a slightly different design. The cooler has tiny chains too. The main heatsink look little shorter, but secondary section is wider. The fin count doesn't seem much different, so thermals and performance should be basically the same. Honestly, I think Asus is doing mainly for manufacturer optimization, maybe lowering cost and making assembly easier. For gamer, it doesn't seem a real upgrade. If you already own the RX 9070 Prime, it's basically the same card. But I also think that Evo upgrade could have been a part of Asus preparing for refresh cycle. If they could have just launched RX 9070 XT Prime Evo, that might be more exciting, but for now it's basically the same card with slightly different design. So that was the latest update on RX 9060 and RX 9070. What do you guys think? Does RX 9060 make sense as a pre-built only GPU, or AMD missing opportunity here? Drop your thought in the comment, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future update. See you in the next time. Thank you.